Hi everyone, it's Ray. This video is going to be me reading Annabel Monaghan, reading 3 of her books for this video. Nora Goes Off Script, Same Time Next Summer, and Summer Romance. I just finished the first one last night, Nora Goes Off Script. It's basically about a mom who has 2 kids. Her husband, he wants a bigger life, and so she's left being a single mom to her 2 kids. She writes a script that gets picked up by Hollywood. It's a script about her life with her ex-husband, and so they want to use the tea house at her house where she wrote part of the script in and film there. So the producers and film crew and actors all come to film there. The story kind of takes off from that point. I don't want to say anything more. I think it might spoil a little bit. It was a very quick, easy, fast-paced read, which I really liked. I had just finished reading Queen of Shadows, so I wanted something light, and I figured her books are probably good for summer, since it's summer now. Really enjoyed it. I haven't been a huge romance reader. I've only read 1 or 2 of the romance books this year. I'm obsessed with fantasy romance. That's kind of where I fall with my reading. But I've started to read more romance, and I think it's nice to just have a break in between my fantasy reads, but also because it's summer, it's nice to just have something where you can kind of read it and not have to pay attention to every single word on the page and every single detail like you do with fantasy books most of the time. So I really enjoyed this. I found myself at a certain point wanting to know where the story was going to go. Last night, I was kind of at that point where it was like, okay, I want to find out what happened. So I really enjoyed it. I rated this 4 stars. I think it's falling between a 3.75 and 4 star. I feel like when I rate romance books, it's like on a different level from my ratings for fantasy books. Really enjoyed it. Really liked it. The next one I'm going to pick up by her is Same Time Next Summer. I'm really excited for that one. I'm hoping to read summer romance as well in this video. So let's get into the next one. It's been a minute since I last filmed anything for this video, but I kind of wanted to just do a quick little recap of Same Time Next Summer and Summer Romance. But starting off with Same Time Next Summer, this book is about a girl named Sam, and she's engaged to Jack, who's a doctor who lives in Manhattan and works in Manhattan, so that's where they live right now. And her mom wants her and her fiance to come and look at wedding venues on Long Island, and she's kind of a little bit apprehensive to kind of let her fiance see that side of her life. When they're together, she's kind of like this organized, very clean, minimal person, but her life with her parents on Long Island is a little bit disorganized and messy. She kind of grew up that way, so she's a little bit nervous to bring him into that, but her mom really wants her to see this wedding venue, and so her and Jack come back to kind of tour that. While they're back, Sam ends up running into her first love, Wyatt, who was her neighbor during the summers, so she runs into him, and the book kind of takes off from there. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it, but I enjoyed it. This one did take me a little bit longer to get through the Nora Goes Off Script, but I adore her writing. Annabel Monaghan just has a way to create characters that you really care about. Her writing is beautiful, and I always find myself wanting to pick up a highlighter and highlight things. I didn't annotate this one as much as I did for Nora Goes Off Script, but I did still really enjoy it. I think I rated it 4 stars on Goodreads. But yeah, so that's my review for this one. I enjoyed it, but I enjoyed Nora Goes Off Script a little bit more than I did for this one, but I still really loved it. Okay, moving on to Summer Romance. I have to say that I think this one is my favorite of hers. If I could give it 6, I would. It definitely was a 6-star read. So Summer Romance is about Allie, who's a single mom. Her mom passed away a couple years ago, and her husband ended up separating shortly after. She is a professional organizer, but her own life has been kind of like a disorganized mess ever since her mom passed away. One day she goes out and she ends up meeting somebody who helps her find her peace within the chaos. She also realizes that she is still desirable even as a single mom, because she kind of lacked that confidence ever since everything happened with her mom and then shortly after getting divorced. So she kind of lost that little spark she had. Along the way, she deals with the grief that she hadn't had a chance to deal with her mom passing away. So you kind of get that journey of hers. Other topics that are explored are also things like motherhood, familial relationship, romantic relationships, friendships, and more. It was just such a good book. Annabel Monaghan captured exactly what it feels like to be a parent. She describes the feelings so well that it makes Allie really relatable and likable, and you're constantly rooting for her and some of the other characters in the book. Like I said, her books just make you care for all the characters. They're really cozy, but also deal with a lot of topics. I fell in love with her writing in this book, and I loved her other books so much, but this one kind of solidified that feeling for me that made her quickly become a favorite author of mine over the summer. Her books are so fast-paced, but they also don't go over 400 pages. I think this one's like 3 something. It's like close to 300 pages. I love that because it's kind of a quick read, but she's also an author where if she wrote an 800-page romance novel, I would definitely be picking that up. I enjoy her novels. Every time I'm in them, I'm just consumed by it. I don't care if it takes me a couple days to finish or a month. I will sit there and I will read her books. I'm so incredibly excited for her next release in May of 2025. I cannot wait. It kind of makes me wish that I discovered her books a little bit later just so that I could have something to pick up next, but I definitely feel like I'm in an Annabel Monaghan hangover ever since finishing her books. And if anyone knows any authors who have a similar writing style and storytelling that she does, please let me know in the comments because I would love to find another favorite author. I think I gave Nora Goes Off Script 4 stars, Same Time Next Summer 4 stars, and Summer Romance was a 5/6 star if I could give it a 6 star on Goodreads. So that's my rating. Thank you so much for watching my first video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for sticking around to hear me yap about books. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.